Stevens-McDonald. In this video, I'm going to share with you my recommendations for getting help and how I manage a massive amount of student questions in a semester. First, you should know that I love working one-on-one with students. It's my favorite thing about my job, and I would love it if that was all I ever had to do. It's really a joy to help students understand. Secondly, you should know that I have about 200 students or more each semester, and this semester I have over 250 students. So I have to come up with a way of managing my time so that I can provide consistent service and set realistic expectations. So when you need help with your homework, there are a few things that you should try to do, and I've organized these into tiers. Tier 1, watch the videos attached to all of the content in the course, including the homework questions within the GLA assignments. Consult additional videos that are provided for that lesson. There's also YouTube playlists that I have organized for particular lessons. And check the student Q&A section in Blackboard to see if I've answered that question already. Many times students have the same question. I keep getting the same question from different students, and so I answer it in a video and post it. And so you may find that I've already addressed your question, and that's all you needed was a more specified video for that particular question. Tier 2 would be to get help from the tutors in the SLC Math Lab. They are there for that purpose to help students with their homework, of course, and you should also ask them to send you proof of your session so you can get extra credit. So you can upload your receipts in Blackboard to receive extra credit towards your test for any time you've spent with SLC Math Lab tutors. Tier 3, if you've already tried tiers 1 and 2, then attend the weekly Q&A session for your course. Now, this is a new concept. I haven't fully thought out the process of how I'm going to offer this, but I think it's a good idea for me to set aside an hour a week that students from a particular class can come and meet with me and just submit all your questions in a live format. And so please look for those details within your Blackboard course. Most likely I'll post that either under course information or possibly under the student Q&A page if there is one in your Blackboard course. Tier 4 is to try sending me a question by using the Ask My Instructor feature inside your Luminous OHM assignment. So when you open up a question, you can click Message My Instructor, type a message explaining what's troubling you about the question, and then be prepared to wait a few days to receive a response. Depending on how many questions I get, it's going to affect how quickly I can provide responses, and providing responses in email format typically takes a lot longer than just answering a question live, so it can get a little crazy. I think with this tier system, it's not going to be too bad. I have high hopes that it's going to be very manageable. This is the first semester at the time of this recording that I have a lot more fully online courses where I don't get to meet with students in a scheduled class meeting. So not exactly sure how crazy it's going to get, but I'm going to do my best to be prompt and to help everybody in a timely manner. And I'm planning to focus on answering questions in my Lumen OHM inbox, or if they're questions from Pearson, my math lab, depending on which class you're in, I will be reserving those Mondays and Thursdays for attacking all of those questions and possibly recording some video answers. And finally, there are my office hours, which are there for you to come in anytime you would like. They are scheduled specifically for you, and it's drop-in structure, meaning no appointment is required. But also because of that convenient structure, it may be that many students might try to join at the same time. And in many cases, that works out pretty well, especially if the students are from the same course. Even if they're from a different class, they might be in the same course. And so the questions that they have are similar, or they can benefit from listening to the solutions to each other's questions. If it is something that is not really manageable in that way, or if it's a more personal nature that you need to meet with me about, you may wait for a turn to see me one-on-one. You can just say, yeah, professor, I'd like to wait and see if and be able to talk to you privately. And then I'll put you in the waiting room in Zoom and give you a turn to just be one-on-one with me. And at that point, I would most likely be setting a timer so that I can um, not spend more than 15 minutes letting somebody just wait. Now, if there are many students in line and I'm giving 15 minutes to each student, that could increase your wait time. It's possible that these questions could be answered in 1 minute or 5 minutes. Who knows? But just to try to give you some guidelines, I'll try to maximize or minimize the amount of time I spend with just one student at a time. Of course, if we haven't completed addressing your issue and you'd like to go back into the queue and wait for another turn, we can do that. And, on many days, there might be no one else waiting and we can spend a lot more time together. It all just depends on the traffic that day. And so it's going to be variable. And so I hope that this structure gives you a good um, plan for addressing your homework questions. And um, I look forward to meeting you in Zoom office hours if you do come, or you can send me emails too, and I will be happy to interact with you. So hope you're enjoying your course so far, and I never know how to end these things. I guess I'll just say bye for now.